the early 70s. If you look carefully at the programme, you'll see discreetly printed, produced by Mr. L. W. Timms. Until we get to 1970, where it says produced by Leonard W. Timms. Well, I wondered about that really before my time. I wondered what Mr. Timms' reaction was to that sort of, I don't know, they call it democracy, but a sort of widening out, drop of the Mr. and the Leonard printed in full. But there it is, 1970 production. Forget what it was now. Timms will remember that. And I just wondered idly what his reaction was to that, whether he knew about it, whether he actually read it in the programme, whether he'd been consulted or not. I certainly haven't dared ever print his name before anything I've been responsible for. But when we look through the programme to what the press said about the production, they're always very complimentary, super productions, which I'm sure they were. But the producer doesn't get any mention on these things. The principal singers, people like Meekins and Clark, Grimshaw and so on, who figure in these. But the producer very rarely seems to be mentioned in that. What shape. And if you look through the press cuttings, well, Trinity certainly did well out of the local press in those days, in the 1960s. Everything Trinity did seemed to get into the Chronicle Echo in big print. Sports Day is a very half-a-page news story, plus lots of photographs. And even comparatively minor school events seem to get big coverage. And Timms has perhaps thought of the idea, let's have a photograph of this event. He's contacted the local press and made sure they arrived and get there on time. He's assembled the pupils or the distinguished visitors together. He's arranged everything so that all that a mere headmaster has to do is to come along and smile, be included in the photograph, and there it is, there's recorded for posterity. Well, how am I to try and sum him up? Well, I must say, without letting out too many secrets, that we're going to come back to this topic in the entertainment section this evening. Nothing will be revealed at present what exactly got in mind. What a two surprise items, I say. Well, now, I would say that first performer ignores modern technology. He's very, very attached to his overhead projector, which to admire recently, so he's just about getting into computers as well. So we pick out for then the meticulous administration combined with total and absolute reliability that we can always count upon him. The unfailing courtesy to colleagues and his unfailing support for them at all times. Come across the playground and quantity. Right, has Len ever said to anybody else, would you mind going out to deal with that? No, of course not. Len to be the first one through the door to deal with anybody who's come onto the school premises and has always dealt with them extremely well, as you know. I look upon it as being a new phase in your career. New phase. Which will be starting shortly. And the staff, past and present, have contributed to the gifts that we're likely to expect from us to mark this slight transition, change in your career. So, Len, if I may, present to you, first of all, a gift here, which is I think you can call it a portable scanner. Is that correct? Correct terminology? I just call it kind of radio, really. But no, it'll help you to watch, not only watch those ships passing by, but to listen to them. So that's number one. That owing to other commitments, I am unable to be with you at your retirement party. Although not there in the flesh, I will nevertheless be with you in spirit. First, as Chairman of Governors, may I thank you most sincerely for your long and loyal service to Trinity through many changes in our educational system. May I also, on a personal note, thank you for all the help and guidance you have always given to me, particularly during the period of Mr. Cummings' secondment. Secondly, as Mayor of Northampton, may I congratulate you on behalf of our town for the part you have played in the education of Northamptonians by such long and continuous service in one school, which I am sure has played a major part in the undoubted prosperity that we in this area now enjoy. I wish you and Mrs. Timms many years of happy retirement, but at the same time hope that you will still retain close links with all at Trinity. Councillor, Mayor Ron Minnie. So now I hand it over to you. I would not quite.
And she wouldn't even then tell me who was fetching us. And then a red car came along, like. So they whisked me, us, in this direction, and I thought no more about it. But they failed to turn down Trinity Avenue. And honestly, as sure as I'm standing here, the first inkling that I've got is it wasn't going to be at school. I know Joyce Bates does marvellous things, but I don't see how. I couldn't say John Towers does marvellous things. I can't see how it can whisk anything much together in that time. I couldn't understand it. Who knows so? Well, here we are. I'll tell you something else. Sarah said to me, and she can tell me sometimes, you know, you have to watch her, don't you? I'm sorry, we brought you, but don't rely upon us to take you home. Taxi bear. Well, I'm on a bonus, aren't I? Unbeknown to me, Brian and his wife Diana were with us all last weekend. They didn't let on. Brian's down from London on business in Northampton tonight, tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow. So they're staying the night. So I've got to lift home. Thank you very much indeed for coming for your kind words. Thank you, Mrs. Stewart, for your kind words and the sentiments you have expressed. I'm grateful for those. I'll perhaps believe a few of them. I want to thank you all for being here, actually being here, giving up your time on such a busy time in the year. You know, I mean, when Mr. X knows that his reports have got to be given out 2 days ago, and he's struggling to get them done, you know. I'm really most grateful, and I am, thank you most sincerely for your staggering generosity. I did know that some money was coming, and Mr. Cummings asked me, you know, if there's anything I particularly would like. You know, I've probably uttered stupid things like, well, I'm always losing my biro. You know, I said, well, perhaps could you give me just some idea? So I sat down at that point with that. I was absolutely staggered. And the same when I learned what the government were doing too. So we bought things which I would not normally have bought. the radio, as Mr. Cummings calls it, but then as a modern linguist he doesn't understand it. It's in fact a portable programmable scanner. And what it does mean, well, for the benefit of people like John Can, it means that I can pick up anything that the normal radio can't. Satellites, passing aircraft, police, CB, but you can't expect me saying, how there, good buddy, but particularly marine traffic, because we do like to get to the coast, and I have for years wanted one of these, and never felt quite able to lay out the money for that. There's always other things. So you have brought me something which I have wanted for years, and is something I would not have bought. It will give me tremendous pleasure in the future, and I shall remember you for it. And the same goes for the cases. Like most of we've collected over the years, or inherited, suitcases that weigh more empty than those ones. And when we go away for a few days at a time, we'd like to do it in style. Doing nothing in style is what we like. And so there again, it is something that we would not have bought, but we have bought them, and we remember governing body for them. So nice cancer here. PCA. Come and read what it says yourself and tell me. My eyesight's going. And altogether, it's a bit of fantastic. I've been lucky. All of us in the jobs that we do, next education, I think do it that much better if you have got the support of someone like I have. I've been in 40 years, but in fact I started teaching in May 1947. Where were you in May 1947? And she said, curled up inside my mother waiting to be born. And 40 years doing a job I have enjoyed in its various places, with colleagues with whom I found friendship, and from whom I've learned so much. I've had 3 good headmasters on returning from St. Luke's. I learned a very interesting thing from my first one, Arthur Smart. He was actually a governor here at school. I had a lab, and I could sit down the playground at Spencer School. So, you know, I quickly learned to have, one of these tame pupils to let me know if anybody came. They could see them coming. If he opened the door and said, Len, you were all right. Because he wanted something. But if he said, Mr. Timmins, then you watched it. Then, school changed in character because secondary was the organisation, and along came a certain Mr. Cummings. And he successfully transformed school, turned it round, won over the diehards, and I have been extremely lucky. This is the serious thing. Okay, yes, that's right. I found quite amazing. I tried this job, as you know, for a year. Oh, well, it was nice. It was nice for a year. But I will maintain, as long as I live, that the reason he went, when he did, it was because of Harry and Peter. Both are here tonight, because the 3 of us did hit it off very well, and we did hand the school back to Mr. Cummings not that much worse than when you left it, I think. So that was tremendous. Now I know you'll give your full support to him in the future, You thought when I said 15 minutes, I was joking, didn't you? It's much better now, but this was how it started. New EWO is Mr. R.F. Haynes, previously of Northampton School for Boys. I didn't know that story. Tino Taco and Dwayne Taylor officially suspended. I'm quoting verbatim a Latin phrase. The state of some classrooms is an absolute disgrace. The most obvious and offensive graffiti must be removed. An aerosol spray is available from Mr. Timbers. 15th of May, work began converting our boilers from oil to gas. Nigel Withy suspended, died. And how about this? The 2 centre hall curtains have been hung so that Mrs. Druitt can calculate the drop before hemming the others. My thanks are due to Messrs. Bradbury, Owen and Dransfield, for who hung the curtain. Mr. Williams, who is married and with 3 young children. How about this one? 10th of July. I like this one. It has a certain ring about it. Miss Sarah Andrew of Northumberland has been appointed strategic officer. Now, that's all I want to bring up in 1970. The band left Oxford with Bob in his club sergeant on Maxi behind, and guess what happened? He ran out of petrol. But he did get here in the end. That's the way he did it. The wrong note. You should watch his face. But he does it in such a way as to encourage me to try harder, both for me and for him. And if I've been able to get the same idea across to my pupils, well then I haven't done too badly. I've learned a lot, you see. Thank you very much. Who won't I miss? Now, this is audience participation time. This is by no means definitive, but I have a few names here. They started with cues back, and then they come up to date. And if you know any of these people, and we're glad to see them go, you may boo, you say amen, or hiss, or whatever you like. Just only a few, it's about 40, 50. Patrick Darien, Clive Darien. Big friend of John Scribner, Vincent Harrison, Gina York, Barbara Gardner. If you can get close enough. And then to the class of 85, a grown, if you recognise these names, please. Gary Marsh, Eddie Bodwell, Dale Harrell. Actually, I think he was good turn. He was in Mavis' group after Christmas. She put him into mine. He never appeared again. Richard Windrum. Oh! Jason Osborne. Oh! Jason Flynn. Oh! Anybody called Jason? Anyone called Flynn? This is a new one, and you can work out the initials this way. Actually, I've been made chairman designate of the new Northampton Union of Retired Deputies. Which makes me the chief nerd. But we have got to work already, and in fact, we have produced a manual guidance already. It won't be on your desk, I'm afraid. Start administration sickness days. And I'm going to read to you from it. Depression, diarrhea, dizziness, domestic problems, drop attacks, dry eyes, dumping syndrome, ketoacidosis, epididymitis, farmer's lungs, fasciitis, feeling unwell. Fits, fluid infections, foreign bodies, frozen shoulders, giddiness, Gilbert's disease, glue, ear, galoppical infections, head, hand, foot and mouth disease, hangover, hay fever, hoarseness, hookworms, hormone upset. Hypersensitivity, hysteria, illegible. Totally. Indigestion, ingrowing toenail, investigation, itching, jet lag, lethargy, loss of knee, loss of appetite, loss of weight, loss of voice, managed finger, nail disease, nasal polyps, neck stiffness, nosebleed, not well. Obesity, obstructive airways disease, overdose, pain, obesity, yes. Pain in back, pain in chest, panic attack, paranoia, phantom limb pain, piles, plague, plaster removed, hot fracture, prickly heat, psychic trauma, Q fever, rabies, rash, reaction, recovery, recurrence, relapse, replaster, retinitis pigmentosa, ringworm, roundworm, rubella, scalp ulceration, schizophrenia, shock, side effects, sick, snowbound. I have my suspicions and I'll have a word with them later. But can I also thank all of you for keeping a secret? Honestly, you've really gone up there in my estimation. I mean, you know, don't you? I plan to have a fire drill, but in case it's going to interfere with David's chemistry or Joyce Bates's home economics or anybody else's, whatever it is, I usually let them know. But you must not tell anybody, right? It's just you. 5 minutes later, what time's the fire alarm? If your intention was to surprise me, you have done it. Totally. I said 2 weeks ago, I'm now out of shop, but it took me aback. I mean, the orchestra, these, you know that's the sort of music I love, don't you? Really great, thank you. I did say to Stephen, look, now I know that there's something, but I don't know where, and I don't know what form it's going to take. I would like a photograph of it. It's been arranged. Because you know, Stephen, don't you, if he thinks of something now, he's done it 2 minutes ago. I want to thank, but now promised me that if he happens to take a photograph of Eric, thank you Eric, takes a photograph of Betty, and she looks anything like the photograph of Jenny in the staff room. He won't tell me. And if I've got that superior look of our economist Brendan, again, you won't I've nearly finished. Again, I want to thank you for your tremendous generosity, money and time. I've been asked several times by several pupils, including these two rogues, Sally and Debbie, who interviewed me last week, ostensibly as part of TVITC. Good night, they'll interview me, so... don't often get asked, do you? Good for your ego. And that was presented to me with another biscuit. That was a pleasant surprise. Thank you, Sarah. And they asked me what was the one moment in my teaching career which stands out among all others. And my then answer was, there is no particular one. We all have bad lessons, we all have run-of-the-mill lessons, we all have good ones.
Presenting the third year, Rebecca is accompanied by Mrs. Fiona Boyce. Rebecca's going to play, here we go to the notes, but we've seen notes before tonight. Rebecca's going to play a piece by Fauré called Sicilienne for flute and piano. Rebecca. Represented by two my young ladies who both play the oboe. And I have here a piece of music which on front says dedicated to Tiddens on July the 13th, 1988, composed by Claire Bustin and performed by Claire Bustin and Zoe Clements on the oboe. We shall be presenting you with this piece of music, which Claire has written for you. That comes all down. read in our newsletters that we're involved in a very exciting project at the moment with Kent Opera, in which a number of schools are taking part in a new work called The Two Lockets, and we're very privileged and very proud, Trinity, to have gained one of the leading roles, for Louise Hancock in our 5th year, to have gained probably the leading role in the whole opera. And I do know that both the producer and the composer are delighted with the way that she's tackling. She's going to sing tonight a piece from Leonard Bernstein's West Side Story, probably appropriate words, tonight. Accompanied by Matthew Jackson from outside. Has very broad musical taste, and he did remark how he enjoyed the playing that was going on through the course of the meal. Now, whilst we're really listening, I'm going to ask our sixth form lads if they'll play one piece tune. They're going to play Stormy Weather. the staff don't want to know. If the subject's pupil-centred, then it's definitely no go.
They think that TVEI is an Irish TV show. As much the finding in the marsh. We take an interest in things financial. As much the finding in the marsh. The improvements we have made have been substantial.
We've reinforced the staffroom door to keep the head at bay. We've just installed a cocktail bar to have drinks night and day.
It's where they hold their insect while the kids have extra play.
How much the finding in the marsh?
As much the finding in the marsh.
Store walls being burnt down again by vandals. As much the finding in the marsh.
The local rank is thriving on our scandals.
The caretaker has leaked the news that girls are being caned.
The CEO is not amused. The inspectorates are pained.
But we're not bothered what they think. We're going grant maintained. As much the finding in the marsh. Have a cocktail. As much the finding in the marsh.
Here's to Baker.
As much the finding in the marsh.
Hampton of Trinity School.
That young man appointed 1950.
That good old Northampton Trinity School. Around the place is still notably nifty.
Though he's now more maths and physics, and his hair is slightly grey.
His speed from bridge to mobiles keeps the hooligans at bay.
The fifth-year smokers disappear. Right,
Tigger along his way.
His bootleggers at good old Northampton Trinity School.
We shall miss him.
At good old North 2, 3, 4 Hampton Trinity School. Len is determined that it's his. So I've written a little piece of music here which is called A Ballad of LWT, or The Saga of the Maths Department OHP. And to sing it, I wanted to of Len's Thursday night friends. Would you like to come in, please?
Like old boys in their mid-teens, he learnt to matriculate. Sing hooray for Trinity. It's never gonna be and you could never, never, never scare me. Just exchange those Santa Claus and signals on my old HP. Constantine's College, Exeter, and London University, and then carved out a teaching career, 'cause he got his BSc. From 1950 to 55, he taught at Spencer School. But when Trinity beckoned, he quickly moved, for our end he is no fool. So I'm on the uplands, and so's my OHD. I will never content be, until I've spent 1 year as a decade in the place of DRC. Come here, my boy, now stand up straight. With me you will conquer. From your pocket you will take your hands and always call me sir. Judge not that way, boy, can't you read? There's an exam on in the hall. For it's better to be seen doing some things than absolutely nothing else. I'm the first in the morning and often last to leave, to present your capitation figures you'll see. A shiner on the wall, no trouble at all, with the aid of my OHD. The days of retirement will not be long. The town I'll gladly roam. Hoping to spot some errant youth, I forgot that I sent home. When it's wet and cold, I'll be lounging by the fire at ease on my settee, wondering who it is that's late for their duty on